Hey, Texas Value supporters, this is Mary Elizabeth Castle, Director of Government Relations outside the steps of the U.S. Supreme Court. As we've been telling you, the Hecox versus Little case oral arguments is today, and they will be talking about the Save Women's Sports issue, making it clear whether or not men can compete in women's sports. We're so happy that close to 26 states have laws protecting women in their sports. And in the background is a good friend of ours, Brooke Slusser. She's on stage now at the rally. So if you have time to catch the live stream, please do. But right now I have my good friend Macy Petty, college athlete, former college athlete. She's graduated, works for CWA, does a lot of good government relations policy work with them. And we're so happy to be at this rally today. Macy, can you tell us, first of all, what you were doing yesterday? Because I saw you were at a big press conference yesterday. Tell us why you were there and what was going on.
Yeah, I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to speak with the Republican Attorneys General Association, and we are having a conversation about how grateful we are for their boldness and their defense of female athletes in the courts. But then I turned the conversation a little bit to those actors who have failed to do so and still hold their responsibility to protect female athletes, one of which is Charlie Baker himself, the president of the NCAA, who's right down the street at National Harbor as we speak. And I challenged Charlie Baker. I said, you say you protect female athletes. Well, here's your personal invitation. I'll see you on the steps of the Supreme Court tomorrow rallying for female athletes. I haven't seen Mr. Baker anywhere. I told him he could have my speaking spot if he wants it, if he's willing to come defend female athletes. But it just shows that we have an absolute failure in our institutions that have been poisoned by this gender identity. And so I'm really grateful that the Supreme Court has taken our concerns seriously and that we have the opportunity to bring our case here today. I'm grateful for Texas Values and Concerned Women for America and other like-minded organizations who have been empowering female athletes like me to share our stories of having to play against men who have infiltrated our sports.
Yeah, that's right. And I think you were down in San Antonio that one time. We had a rally outside the NCAA convention. It's so concerning that the NCAA has always been on the wrong side of these issues. We just finished a conference where we were talking to some university students about the Privacy Act. And even back then, the NCAA was trying to pull their championships out of states who just wanted to keep private spaces based on biological sex. And now they're in the hotbed of the issue of not protecting women in their sports. But what do you expect today, with the oral arguments? It looks like a great crowd of people in support. What are you expecting, like from CWA's perspective, of what will happen today?
Yeah, well, I'm an optimist. I'm hoping for a 9-0 decision. If they're reading the law as is, of course, blind as they should be, then this should be a 9-0 decision. This is a very easy topic. They're not discussing whether or not states have to protect women's sports, as if they can, which is absurd. But I think that we're going to see very clearly which of these justices are willing to protect women and which of them are going to forfeit their responsibilities to defend the Constitution because they'd rather promote harmful agendas that are coming after kids and women.
Yeah, absolutely. And can you share with our people a little bit of, how CWA has taken the lead on this issue and informed people about some of what is happening at the federal level and just like the national conversation on women's sports?
I'm actually so glad you brought that up. So I actually work as the federal lobbyist here in D.C. for Concerned Women for America. And not only have we been fighting this in the courts and in the states, but also here in Congress. And we are so excited. A bill that we've been working on for so many years, the Protection of Women in Olympic and Amateur Sports Act. It's a bill that strengthens the expectations from these national governing bodies like USA Volleyball, USA Boxing, etc., and says that you do not get your congressional approval unless you protect women on the basis of sex. That is a responsibility that you carry with our approval. And that bill is now having a markup today as we speak over in the House of Representatives. So I cannot overemphasize how important today is for female athletes on all grounds.
So I guess you'll have to run across the street back and forth to see some of that. Yeah.
Has divided and conquered. I'm over here, part of our team's over there. We're all over the place. We have state leaders who are testifying today. So we're all over the place. Today is a great day. And it just shows that the Lord is so faithful. And He is working all over the country, not just here, but the Holy Spirit is from coast to coast working in the United States to defend truth.
That is absolutely true. Well, we've had a great time talking with Macy Petty. We'll have other speeches as well. Maybe we'll grab Brooke as she's heading off the stage. But we're so appreciative of what CWA has done for the issue, and we'll be coming with more updates during this rally.